morning, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. It is Sunday morning and I've been doing what I do best on a Sunday morning, sitting in front of YouTube with a nice coffee and just having a real slow paced morning. And I think that's what a lot of this morning is going to consist of, and it's my favourite moment in the week, I think, on a Sunday morning when it's just chilled. I just thought it would be good to spend a couple of days together just catching up and yeah, giving you some of the bits and bobs that I've been finding, because some of them are phenomenal. I've also excitingly ordered some chair covers. My dining chairs are older chairs from IKEA, and there's a company called Bems and they do amazing covers. You can get them in like linen fabrics, and as you can see, my sofa's like bright white and so are my dining chairs, so I'm going to recover the chairs and then I will get to doing the sofa as well. So I just want more of a linen, so more of like a biscuit type colour. So I can't wait to get them. So once they arrive I will show you those. I've not got an exact date of when that's going to be yet, but it'll be in the near future. Something else that I tend to do quite a lot on a Sunday morning, I don't know about anyone else, but I sit on Facebook Marketplace and I just so fascinated. And I think because my interior style is a little bit, I would say, old with new, a little bit classical, so I tend to find lots of amazing things that I'm really surprised that people are selling, but I'll buy them because I want them all. And then I also need to finish off planning my office because I really need to get a move on with that. I probably took my time a wee bit with the office because I did my living room, and then once I moved, I did all the paneling in here myself, and then I moved on into the hallway and I did all the paneling in the hallway on my own. And if you've seen my last video, if not I'll link it below, but my hallway is quite large and I did all that paneling and it almost broke me. So I started my office. That's a different style of paneling that I'm going for in there. That office is going to be amazing. I'll show you some of the inspiration that I've got, because I want a gentleman's office. It needed like dark colours, brass, that type of style. So I've started, I'll show you some of the vibes that I'm going for. How pretty is that? Like old. So I'll certainly show you where I'm at with that. I picked the colour, but I just need to finish the paneling. I've got my skirting boards have arrived, my architraves have arrived. I've not picked a floor for in there yet. And that was probably a really rookie mistake of mine, because I can't put my skirting boards down until I put my floor down. I don't have the floor yet, so I probably need to get to shopping for a floor for that and get that sorted. But I'm going to go for maybe like a walnut style colour, a walnut colour floor. But anyway, I am going to crack on with my day and take you with me. So I'm just going to be heading upstairs just to sort some stuff in the bedroom. But one of the things that I get asked the most amount of questions on is the coffee table. Now, the company that I bought it from no longer sell it. However, I have just been able to find it on Amazon, believe it or not, which is crazy. So it's a reclaimed wooden coffee table. It is obviously, it looks worn. This is how it will come, but I love it. for a few years now, and I've got two, so you can see they are put together. And I think the great thing about that is you could have three, depending on how big your living room is. You could have 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you wanted like an even bigger square, I wish I had the space for that, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'll link it below if you are on the lookout for a new coffee table. And I'll also pop the links just to the coffee table books. Everything that you'll see on this coffee table pretty much is from Amazon. But yeah, I love it. I was just based on previous times, I've had quite a lot of questions, so I thought I'll just come on and I'll be able to link it for you, because I have said to a lot of people before I've not got the link for it, and then when I seen it I was like, let me share it with my peeps. And I've just been getting motivated by watching a wee bit of Taylor on Disney, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just going to have a little bit of a tidy up in my bedroom. As you can see, shaming, I have not made my bed yet, but it is a Sunday morning. I jumped up, I jumped downstairs, I needed iced coffee, knowing that I was going to come back up. I just changed all the bedding last night. I've got some clean laundry that I just want to put away. Just want to have a good clean up of this space, so that tonight when I get into bed, my bedroom is perfect. It feels clean. I love that feeling. So let's go and sort this place out.
Headlights on the highway. If you only knew, being back here always makes me think of you. When the world is sleeping, do you think of me? With the road it's coming back again, coming back to me. I remember the long drives, the late nights in your car. I remember it all. Windows down, empty street.
I have just put all the washing away, so that feels good. I need to sort out all these coffee table books that I showed you in my last video, but I also thought I bought a couple of books, just normal books. I thought I would show you some of the things that are on my to be read, and you can let me know whether they're worth it or not if you have been reading. So I like things that are really easy to read, so bear that in mind. So the first one on my to be read is by Emily Henry, and it's Funny Story. So I read Emily Henry's Happy Place, which was really good. I believe this is even better from recommendations that I've seen online. So I'm going to try and get to this. I can't wait for that. I've also got a little autumnal one. So this one's called The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I'm going to wait until September, October time and read this. This is about a girl who, for what I remember from when I read the back, a girl who inherits a little coffee shop, and the local farmer who gives her produce, who's moody. I just can't imagine what's going to happen. They're going to eventually fall in love, but yeah, a nice little autumnal read. The Chestnut Spring series, I believe this is really good as well. I've seen so many videos on this series, so I believe this is the first book in this. I've got 3 of them, so I need to buy the rest, but I want to read this one first, so that'll probably be my next read. I'm currently reading Filthy Rich Vampire, which is downstairs. Then I've got Colleen Hoover, Verity, so again, this is a thriller, and the recommendations on this one, I'm going to go into this one blind. I've not read the back of it. I've just seen the recommendations have been really popular. And then Better Than the Movies. This is I think it's like a chick flick. Enemies to lovers, I believe, for what I got from it. So I think it's got a lot of old movie themes in it. So yes, I'm excited to actually read that. So these are going to be the next ones that I'm going to go through. If you've got any recommendations, let me know. I have a lot of books to read, so if you are looking for some inspiration, I can do some more, just let me know, and I'm happy to go through some bits. I am in a little bit of a conundrum at the minute because I've got so many books, but I've got nowhere to store them in terms of a bookshelf or anything, so I need to figure that out because they're all just down here. But obviously, I need to find somewhere to keep them because I am going to be storing them in my guest room. I'm going to do like built-in shelving in there, and I'm going to put all my books and stuff that I'm reading, and then guests, if I've got people that are staying and want to pick up a book and read it, they can do. But like, can you just see Oh, I've literally got so many. I went on a little bit of a shopping spree from a book point of view. But I think I've went a little bit OTT because out of all these books, I think I've read like 5 or 6 of them. And I just went a bit like, I need them all. And I just started buying them. And yeah, but I will get to do them. I will not be buying any more for quite a while. And in terms of the decorating in this room, so I decided to do some paneling on the bottom half. And then I've gone in with this textured, stunning herringbone wallpaper. If you can see, it's not actually flat. You'll see it's got the texture to it. And the colour that I used on the paneling was a colour by the brand Craig and Rose. And it was pale cashmere. And then I've actually gone on to the ceiling with that same colour as well, which just looks nice and warm. And then I've did the wardrobes in the same colour as well. I love it. And I just decided to do half paneling in this space. And then I put on some new skirting boards as well, which I've gone for the same skirting boards in my office. So I cannot wait for that. And then up here, I've got these beautiful Jim Lawrence wall lights. I showed these briefly in my last video, but they are just beautiful. I've got these little linen shades. These were actually just from Amazon, really inexpensive. I think they come in a pack of 5. They were like £20 for 5 or something along those lines. So I'll link them below. And then over here, I know the TV up here wouldn't be ideal. Similar to my living room, I needed a TV in my bedroom. I know it looks like it's wonky, but it's not. It's because it's tilted that way, so that it's facing the bed. But a non-negotiable to me was to have a TV in my bedroom. Not that I watch it very often. I really, really don't. I'm probably lucky if I watch it once a month. But I want the option to be able to watch it if I choose to do so. If I've got a day, maybe if I'm not feeling so well and I just want to lie in bed, or I'm just having a lazy day. I know it's not in the most ideal position, but as you can see from the room, because the bed's facing the windows, it's probably not ideal. However, I don't mind it. I just know it bothers some people. So apologies if you're one of them. And then I've just got these two. These aren't staying in here. These are for the guest room. But what I was thinking is I might just put these books in here because they've actually got some storage in them. Thinking I could just pop some books in there just to get them out of the way just now until I get my bookshelves. Now anyone can tell me, I mean I'm not too sure if there's a correct way to store books, so please let me know if I need to do something differently, whether they need it, I don't know. And they all fit in there, which was great, so they're all clear. Now I just need to put these ones up in the cupboard when I get in there. And yeah. Oh, it's actually feeling like much cleaner already. So I also upcycled these wardrobes as well, because these were actually like, they were really well built, but they were like an old beachy colour when I bought the place. So I decided to put the same colour onto these, put some paneling on them. So I just went with similar paneling to what's on the wall on here, just to make it all tie in and feel, and they're huge, so you can see how big they actually are. So I wanted to keep hold of them because it would have been super expensive to replace them, and they're in really good condition. So I'm so glad that I decided to upcycle them. I feel like I've saved myself quite a bit of money. So I'm just going to have a nice chilled Sunday evening. I love to just have the candles on, the place smelling nice, the lights on. It's all the mood, I love it. And what I've been doing, I am really productive at the minute, and I really put it down to the planning of my week. And I am old school. I have a little list that is literally just in a little home sense, just a normal notebook, nothing fancy. And I just write a list about what I want to achieve that week. And it's all stuff that's like houses stuff or like personal stuff that I need to get done. Because I found that sometimes I would get really like overwhelmed, or I had that much going on with everything, and I was trying to keep it all in my brain, and I really struggled with it. So for the last probably 2 months, I've been writing a list every single Sunday evening, and it's perfect for me because it's just keeping me right, and it keeps it all out of my head, then it's all down here. So I probably spend 10-15 minutes just sit and think, right, what are the things that I need to do this week? And it can be little things like scrub the bathroom, or, you know, de-weed the garden, or it can be anything that I think is in my head. That's little jobs that I've been meaning to do. Like I put on here, clean my front door. I've just been meaning to get it done, but it's one of them things that I'm like, just sits there and then I'll forget, and then I'll see it and I'll be like, I need to clean that. So that's something that I've been doing that is actually working really well for me. So it's become part of my Sunday night routine, and it is definitely something that I would recommend if you're someone who feels like you either forget a lot of things or you might get overwhelmed a little bit. Maybe just spend 5-10 minutes. And I'm old school because I also use lists in my phone, but like I've already wrote my shopping list for my food shop this week. Like I'll put that in my notes on my phone, but I prefer this list just to be old school on a piece of paper. But obviously if you would rather put it in your phone or have it whatever, you know, whatever works for you. But I just think for me it's really good to just get it out of my head and make me not have to keep it in and think about it. I know I had mentioned in one of my previous videos about what are you watching at the minute. Have you got any movie recommendations, or have you got any recommendations for box sets? Someone had recommended, one of my friends had said it, and someone had said about Chesapeake Shores on Netflix. So I've watched the second episode of that. I've watched 2 episodes of that so far, so I think I'm gonna have a cute little evening. This is so good. It is such a feel-good little show. I highly recommend it. If you're looking for something cute to watch, just put it on and see how you feel if you've not already watched it. I've just sat and watched a couple of episodes. I was watching it, I've just edited a TikTok and Instagram post, so they are now live. Today has been the cutest little Sunday, just at home. And I know I said that to you, that I am the type of person that is just like, my content predominantly is going to be all about home and at home. I don't want to put pressure on myself to constantly be veering out. This is my space, this is my safe little space, and this is where you get the best out of me. So please forgive me if you want me to be out all the time, because the chances are a lot of my Sundays are going to be spent at home. I'm doing lots of different things. A lot of the DIY and stuff I do myself, so I will be doing my office, so I'm going to be doing that on Saturday, so I'll make sure that I film all of that for you guys. I'm going to be doing lots of designing of my other spaces. It is going to be so fun. I cannot wait. It absolutely brings me so much joy. So yeah, so I'm going to finish this video up here. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Honestly, that really helps me loads. If you did like the video, please give it a little thumbs up as well. I really appreciate that. And if you've also got any feedback of anything that you would like to see or for me to do, please pop it in the comments, because I really take that on board. So I will speak to you soon.